This video is for my middle belt brothers and sisters, and especially Nigerians. Now, this picture you see up on my phone screen, that is Nigerian map. And the green portion of the map, according to them, is called north, while the white portion of the map is called south. And the shocking part is, the white part is being divided with 3 regions. They divide it to 3 regions, which is southwest, south-south, and southeast. Now the northern now take the remaining portion of the country to themselves. Now, if Igbos, Yorubas, Edo, Bini, Middle Belter did not see anything wrong with this map, that means something they do or somehow. That means the northerners, they really use juju for us and it dey work. Now the annoying part is how people wey no dey educated like me go dey use other people head. Imagine the region that is always outdated is the one detecting and sharing the country to educated and smart people. Now Igbos are smart, Yorubas are educated, south they are smart and strong, middle belter are warriors. So how come some group of people for Nigeria, oh, they thought say they no dey educated, na them come dey cheat us? For those of you that did not understand me, for example, this circle that is up on my phone screen, let's say is a cake. They now said different group of people should share it. One particular person wey no smart among them come carry knife, come slice the bigger portion to himself, come carry the smaller portion wey remain, come cut am small, come give am to una. E go make sense for una. Una no go fight say wetin dey happen now, guy, why you go give me this kind cake? But do you know that is what northern people do? And southeast, south-south, southwest, and middle belt especially, they keep quiet and they don't dey inside this thing for long. They enjoy the sufferness wey they dey for long. Now the funniest part is, despite the small portion wey they can't give southern region, which is southwest, southeast, south-south, now see that small portion they provide the highest share, which is money, and na that same money that they use build the green parts, which is called north. Now this same north take everything to themselves, all the land, everything, but still the mineral and everything is still being taken by them. The economy of the country is being taken by them. When Igbos don't do business, the gain wey dey there still they go back to north. When Lagos provide generate money, big money and all of that, they no go use that money repair Lagos. That money, if they want share am, the highest share still they go back to the green part wey take the highest share of the land to themselves. So that means individual Nigerians are left with nothing. Northern don't collect everything. So till date, I still wonder how northern people, the elite, manage to use our head to this level, right from old century to 21st century. They still dey use una head until date. Many of una no still dey see the mistake wey dey happen for the country. Many of una no dey see the wrong thing, una still dey take am as e be. Now this map, does it make sense? If you're a middle belter, why not start removing yourself from this group of people? Because if I still make video of middle belter, a lot of middle belters still come and say no, they are not. When are you going to wake up?
If you were called a northerner and in the classroom your class teacher displays this map for you in the class and says this is the northern region and the other is the rest of Nigeria, won't there be a psychological pride in you that it's remaining small, then we are almost the whole Nigeria? I don't know if you're getting the point.
Yeah, I'm actually getting your point.
This is just see the whole massive land tagged north, the other part south. In the 4 cardinal points, All this place is just north. So the whole of Nigeria is almost north, because this map now was constructed in 1914 when Lord Lugard, he was the one that constructed this map. He called this part Southern Protectorate, Northern Protectorate, and he merged and he said, you are now Nigeria. Now, after creating this map now, there is a psychological defeatism in the mental development of an average person who is in the southern region called by Lugard the South. Already, in your mind, you're a minority. The map shows already, Lugard has stipulated that the North is the majority. So if you check on screen too, you will realize that as at the 1960s, the political zone shifted from mere north-south to north-west-east. The South was split into two. Then you now had the Midwestern region. All these things are crazy. All these things are false. They were wrong. How can you say that this place is east? Now, let us start the analysis. Let me bring in the 4 cardinal points. Now, this is Nigeria that was later split into 6 from 4. In 1993, General Sani Abacha divided it into 6. If we place these 4 cardinal points, if this is the center of Nigeria, if I am properly positioning these cardinal points, this yellow point called Southeast States has nothing to do with the East. And I don't know if you're getting the point.
Yeah, I'm getting your point.
This part that is yellow now, Southeast, did not fall anywhere close to east. Instead, it is around the western region. Yeah. So the people called southeast today are supposed to be southwest. Let us bring in the major map of Nigeria, the complete map. So here, this is the complete map of Nigeria. Ebonyi State is close to the southern pole that's moved into the east. So if we are to mention the actual southeast states in Nigeria from the question you asked me, we will have, which state is this, my brother?
This is Taraba State.
Taraba State, southeast.
How?
You are seeing it now. You are seeing it with your very own eyes. It falls into the southeast. Taraba is the main southeast. The so-called Taraba State in the north. Is it not a human being that sat down and declared Taraba a northern state? But in the normal, there are geography professors in this so-called country. If we are also to include other southeast states, Cross River falls directly under south. Part of it entered east. Look at it now. Look at Cross River State, the blue one. All the ones in the blue are the ones called south-south. So then the one in brown is called southeast. So you see that there is a subterfuge, a subtle plan. Now, let us suppose that I am committing an error, that I did not properly place these 4 cardinal points at the center of Nigeria, that maybe I shifted it so much. Let me shift it to this point. Then we exclude this part entirely from a perfect square. Borno State has now gone out. Now, let us situate this map this way. Let us even shift it so erroneous. Where is Imo State, my brother? If the center of the 4 cardinal points is in Abuja, where is Imo State?
Imo State is still in
southwest.
The west. Yes.
You see that Imo State is not even in the southeast state. That the state that would be most perfectly a southeastern state would be Ebonyi State, southeast. With Cross River is gone, in southeast, main southeast, Akwa Ibom, southeast. Okay, let us even say that these 4 cardinal points that I'm using, that is not actually depicting what should be. You see this one? Gives a better picture for all the cardinal points. Let's try to situate. Okay, let's push it back. Let it not be as if we are shifting the 4 cardinal points. Let's shift it this way. You still see Ebonyi State doesn't even enter completely. Cross River is southeast. Taraba, southeast. Adamawa is an eastern state. Now, some part of Adamawa is in the north. Those people calling themselves south. West. Igbo, west. South, all the way west. Okay, if Katsina, my brother, is in the northwest, look at this thing. If Katsina was said to be in the west, why this place is not in the west? Are you getting the point now?
I'm getting your point now.
Are you getting the point now?
Yeah.
That this is a very, very mighty subterfuge.
It's deadly.
You see, northwest region. Katsina is in the. Even see we are northwest reach. Jigawa. Hey, Ndoshi. Jigawa is in the west. Where does the idea of south come in? And there is no north in Nigeria. We have a zone called south. We don't have a zone called north. We don't have east. We don't have west. This is a subterfuge. It means that there is a plan to destabilize and to destroy people who are one. That the Igbo is one with the Efik, Ibibio, Ijo. This is one people. And they try. Let us destabilize them and split them into pieces and confuse them. How can a normal human being make sense of this map? I mean, my brother, I'm going to run crazy. Is there any explanation you can give me that is a reasonable reason why this map was made the way it is?
I don't think I can give you any reason.
Why do you think the British favored the North? Even rigging them, blackmailing Azikiwe into rejecting the secession clause. just because they've wanted to hand over power to the northern part of the country. Why? It begs the question. I mean, the Igbos were highly educated. They had many people already in civil service. The Yorubas too were educated, highly educated, quite evolved and vast. I mean, they had a strong leader in Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who was a philosopher and a politician. If you read his books, you can tell. But the North, favored by the British in the person of Tafawa Balewa, was shaped into the British politician that he looked like. He was an Anglophile. He loved everything British, the accent, the food, the culture, the customs, even though he dressed like a malam, casual manner, but you could tell that he has the golden voice of oratory. The reason why the British favored the North is because they needed to hand over to a more conservative ethnic group. Nigeria is a country that was in its infancy stage, and they had brought together a country with over 200 ethnicities, 200 nations. I'm talking about groups that had different voices, different languages, different customs, different history. What united us was that we were black, but we were very quite different in different ways. So it was a complex union. And they knew that if they added the secession clause to it, it was a matter of time before one of the groups, because prior to that time, I mean, the North was the first person to even say they wanted to secede in 1950. Then the Eastern region threatened to do that too. Even the West, the Southwest, threatened to secede from the country. So we always had more personal views within our politics, because politics is really, really local. Nigeria was a company that they created. Think of it that way. And you bring in board of directors together or partners together that speak over 200 languages, different languages. It's going to take, so and it's a game of numbers, where you have larger people coming from the north and landmass from the north, and you had the southwest that were quite more evolved, but stretched all the way into Badagry, Togo, Benin, Now you could see how the cultures blended into one another as you progress towards the Niger, even towards the northern part of the country, and this country, this group of people, of nations, are now being made to stay together as a country. It's truly, truly an experiment, because it had never been done before, and the British fused it up together, planned it up together, and it's still kind of surviving today somehow.
Hi, welcome back. You see what we see in the time. Those who you think that they are the non-entity are the celebrities that are even controlling you today. Although South is as big as a region that should be a country on its own, but these people cut it off with their own plan that they have, even despite the fact that these guys haven't been in school. They understand this game more than you, being a southeasterners, being a southwesterners, or being a south. These people cut everything off and make sure you guys are fighting yourself. If you look at the map and how the map is designed, when you put the 4 cardinal points, you will see that a lot of damage control and things are just being made on those things. Because me, I cannot believe I'm somebody who knows geography and understand geography so much, so there's nothing about geography that we have not done before. So all these things they do then, although I know that it is the Britain that use you with these same people. Although before the Britain came here, these people have already done their thing before the Britain come, and these people were the bone of this nation then. That is why what they give to Britain is what the Britain followed then. When I see a lot of persons saying that it is the Britain who make all this thing to look like the way it is today, I will just bust laugh, because you cannot just push everything on only the Britain. When this thing happened, and when all this issue of trying to cut the geopolitical zones that we have in Nigeria, when that thing was going on, I think it is another person that was in power then, and those people that were in power and very very strong, they were the one who submitted all this thing to the Britain and allowed the Britain to publish it. Although we know that it is the Britain person that was be ruling, and it is the foreigners that was here then, but who was advising the Britain then is someone, or was someone, who was from the north. Although those one are already dead, they are the people behind Britain for all this damage and many other things Britain have they have done before they leave, or before they left. They are the one who made the Britain now to be in our mouths every day and night. Although I would say that Britons, most of them are so dumb and don't understand some certain thing. If not, there is no amount of funds they will give you to just cut some person's place and add it to these people, and you just collect. If you are not dumb, you not just come and scatter everything like that and just move on. Now that you just come to do all the stuff, the people you have left in that place now are complaining about what you've done, and that has made this guy is not to be thinking that okay, maybe they have that population more than any other person. See, when I see some persons complaining about Britain and many other things happening, and how this other place is bigger than the south, all you should do is very 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 easy. If you want to do something now, we think it is the southern person that is there controlling now. If you want it to happen the way the Britain take call this place and make sure the biggest part is belongs to the north, since the person who is in control of Nigeria now is the southern person, you can just advise him that they should rearrange this thing back again to the way it suits, or it will suit everybody, because this one we're seeing here does not suit everybody. It suits only the north and those that are benefiting. Although I don't think it's gonna work. Why it's not gonna work is this: even as it stands, it is only the average Nigerians that even know and be complaining about all this stuff. If not, these guys that are the elites, they don't know about all this stuff, and they're just there doing their thing, even though they know that okay, you'll be complaining about this map and all of it in. That is just it. Although we have no say on all this thing going on here, and let's just hope in God and see what we can do. If not, I don't think all this map will be changed anymore. So that I just sit, and if you have anything to say, that will be the thing.